Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am Marissa with the C, and this is Breathing with Marissa. I am a free, courageous, authentic woman, and I'm excited to talk to you all today about this full moon in Sagittarius, and offer up some breathing exercises that can support in this full moon season. Um, I'm excited, one, because I am a Sag moon. And so this full moon has really been a beautiful release and a resonating that I really am just really hype. Honestly, I'm really hype. I'm trying to like control myself. I've been resting a lot today just because the energy has been so high that I just need to lay down, right? And so um the full moon is usually based around a releasing time, right? And adding that fire sign of Sagittarius, which is the philosopher, which is the person like the energy really to think about the bigger picture, right? And then just jump in and seeing how it turns out, right? The risk taker, the optimist. And I had a full moon sister circle this past Thursday, which was amazing. And we answered a few questions, so I wanted to share those with you all before we started our breathwork practice. One question is, in what area of your life are you playing small? And so I'll take, you can pause this to write in your journal. I've already had time to reflect for myself, so I just wanted to share with you all. There are many areas I feel like I could be going bigger, right? But the area that I shared that I'm playing small in is my career, business, this entrepreneurship game, right? I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've noticed that I keep wanting to like let me do these small things to lead me up to that big thing, right? And it's like why not just do the big thing? Why are we, you know, well, let me just gain some momentum. And I think that is just a way of being that we have been trained to do instead of just jumping right into the big thing. Um, and so I've been playing small in my business. I'm like, for example, I say that I do breathwork sessions, which I do, private sessions as well as group sessions. But when I was going through my breathwork course, class, what have you, um, we were asked to introduce ourselves because it was like a full spectrum course where if we wanted to create a business out of it, that we were being prepped for that, right? And so in my introduction, I introduced myself as Marissa, a free, courageous, authentic woman. And one of the things that I bring to the collective is orgasmic breathing. And that has not been a part of my communications outside of class until recently when I realized I was playing small and like, yeah, I do breathwork sessions. No, these are transformative orgasmic sessions which help you tap into that womb space, that sacral space, and to move that energy around and to tap into what pleasure feels like for you, not only sensually or sexually, but what feels good in your body, right? We know what we don't like, right? Or we can identify what we don't like, but what do you like, right? And that orgasmic breathing supports us in getting to the root or getting to what feels good inside of our bodies. And so instead of saying I do breath work sessions and just being like that, I am sharing more about orgasmic breathing and the experience that I get to take people through in my breathwork sessions and group sessions. Um, so that was my answer. So what areas of your life are you playing small? Ask yourself. The second question we talked about was, what do you need to let go of? And then I just paused the question there. It's not like, what do you need to let go of as far as people, as far as things, as far as ways of being? Just what do you need to let go of? And that could be so many things. For me, it is letting go of the stories I have around dating. So I have been in doing my own individual work, and I have been working on my business and supporting people with my services. But I'm like, I don't have time, right? Or I don't need to be distracted from what my vision, my goal, my purpose, or the story of like I'm doing the work on myself so that I can be, this full complete person before I meet somebody else, which is partly valid, right? Like we get to do some of the work to understand what we feel, how to communicate that, what we like, what we don't like, what we want, what we're looking for, all of those things. Um, our self worth and self love and care, and making sure that is solid. But there's something to be said about being in relationship with people and doing some healing work as well. There's certain things you just don't know aren't healed, or you don't know that you need to work on until you are met with the friction of another person, right? Until you're met with the connection of another person and you're challenged a little bit. Um, and that is the space that I'm in right now. Like, it is time to get myself out there and start meeting the boys, okay? Going out on dates. And one bit of advice that I've gotten recently about, dating in general, it's like, when was the last time you dated, right? And if it has been quite some time, like it has been for myself, just just go out to date, not with an intention of this is going to be my next partner, or this is going to be my life partner, or what have you. Just see what you like when it comes to dating. Get familiar with sharing about yourself and asking about others, and really sharing these new parts of yourself that you have worked on, right? So that's a thing that I need to let go of, the stories around what it looks like to date now, right? Um, and so, yeah, that's my answer. What do you need to let go of? And it may be multiple things. So take some time, pause this video if you like, to write about it. And then our last question: what big dream or dreams are you ready to breathe life into? And for me, let me tell you, I'm excited. I am excited because I sat down and wrote out the big things that I have been like pushing to the side, like this orgasmic breathing offering, like creating community virtually, like creating pop-up events across the globe, right? In different cities. And I've traveled a bit in my life. Um, I have friends in different places, cities in the United States and across the globe. And it's like, why not tap into my communities there and bring not only my beautiful gifts and medicine, but that of my community? And so, one big dream that I have is to create um, sensual experiences, where we tap into all five senses. And I know a lot of people use the word sensory. That's cute, but it is sensory, but it is also sensual, because we are tapping into what brings us pleasure through our sight, through our sense of smell, through our sense of taste, through our sense of touch, through our sense of hearing sound, right? And so for me, my first event kicks off here in New Orleans. So if you are here, please do join us on June 17th, at 7 p.m. We are going to be doing breath work to the sound of crystal singing bowls, as well as be in ceremony together with cacao, which we are igniting our senses of smell, our sense of taste, our sense of touch, our sense of sound. Like, we are really getting into all of the senses in this event. And I'm already talking to people in different cities around the United States right now. as to where I can bring these services, and I am excited. And as I talk about it more, people are more excited as well. So I know this is something that folks are, are wanting, right? And my biggest thing right now is um, really tapping into that sacral energy. I've been asked a few times over this last week, like, you know, uh, talk therapy is great, and a lot of things are coming up and out, but there's just more. Like, I want to move my body. I feel like I'm holding on to things inside of my body, and people are asking for support and moving through that. And so I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I am called to do and to share and express. And as you can see, like, I don't sit still, right? I love to move my body because this is how I express. And there's many of us who express through movement. Um, and so much comes up in my breath work practices. It's not just sitting still and being quiet and breathing. Being present is not just sitting still and quieting our mind, right? Being present is finding peace in whatever moment you're in, right? Being present is hearing what's going on. It's smelling, it's sensing what is happening around you, and being, you know, at peace, right? Or even if you're not at peace, noticing that that's not where you are in the moment, and allowing yourself to absorb what is going on around you. That is what being present is, right? So before we start our breath work, I pulled from my affirmation card deck, and one was already on top, but then I felt compelled to pull another. So we have two cards. This one today is, it's hard to see, acceptance. And then this one is elevation. And I love these two together, especially during this full moon in Sagittarius, which is, like I mentioned earlier, all about the bigger picture, jumping in, taking risk, using that fire to, like, what did I hear earlier today? To, like, burn those bridges that have connections that don't do nothing for you. Okay, sometimes it needs to just be burnt. Okay, and so I'm gonna read from these cards. Acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. And then there's elevation. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. That's good. That is also a reminder for me to let you all know I am feeling called to create another virtual community. We commune a lot through my YouTube channel or on Instagram or what have you, but I want to create a more engaged wellness collective virtually. And so I have 4 other amazing women that I am in communications with around creating this collective for you all to engage with, me, not only me, but us, different healing modalities that can support you um, in a healing journey, just in life, as self-care tools, to tap into new ways of being. And I would love if you could, I'm going to attach the survey to the comments section or the little description box, and would love for you to fill out the survey. It only has 6 questions. We're just trying to figure out, um, if people are interested in a digital offering with an eventual coming to your city um, type offering. And I just want to make sure that I'm creating something that people want, not necessarily just creating something for the sake of doing it. And that is part of entrepreneurship and creating services for folks. Really testing out, what do people want? What do they need? And I know a lot of us, specifically us melanated folk, um, try to do it all and act like we don't need support sometimes when we actually do. And so we don't ask for the support. So I'm asking you all to tell me what you need in this survey. 6 questions, really quick. I have like analytics because, you know, my Virgo sun. Analytics on how long it takes. It takes 2 minutes to answer the questions, and I would greatly appreciate that. So let's get into our practice. I'm gonna move my little camera back just slightly. We are going to continue with our 3-part breath, but one thing I like to incorporate in this breath is movement, right? And so with this fire energy, with this I'm hearing like fire in our bellies. I want you to really tap into the energy that is in this sacral center, right? And we're going to be bringing that energy up and out. So with this 3-part breath that we have practiced before, it's in through the belly, in through the chest, and out the mouth. And I want to hear y'all breathing, right? So if there's a sigh that you get to take, that you get to have, if there's like a moan, if there is whatever sounds come out to you, a laugh, a cry, right? A howl, a yell, just allow those sounds to come out. And when we did this together, it was beautiful. If you want to do this with a partner, a friend, we did this in community with other women, and just allowing ourselves to communicate with the sounds that were just coming naturally from our bodies, right? And so I'm going to demonstrate the 3-part breath. So it's in through the belly as your belly expands, in through the chest, and exhale. And my shoulders and the rest of my body just kind of sinks into the space. But with that 3-part breath, we're going to make it circular, right? And so I am seated on my couch with my feet planted firmly on the floor and my legs spread, right? Some of us who have already had children understand, like, we gotta spread them wide so that we could push that thing out, right? But let's really, either you can sit cross-legged, you can sit Indian style, you can stand and be in more of a, rest your hands on your knees, but really bringing that inhale up and around. So it sounds like this. So we're really allowing the sound. We're still doing that 3-part breath, but it's more just in one kind of singular motion, and we're using our bodies to roll into that breath. So we're just going to do a few breaths together. And what I've learned recently is that people don't give themselves permission to move in these ways that feel good, right? Because it feels like, it may feel a little naughty, it may feel a little like not normal for you, something new, maybe very vulnerable, right? But I would just say allow yourself. And for me, I get into my practice and my arms start moving and my shoulders start moving. And if that is not comfortable for you, you can keep your eyes open and just watch me and emulate what I'm doing until it feels good to you. Or we can close our eyes down, and I'm not watching you. No one's here looking at you, unless you want to. You are able to be seen. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to tap into all the beautiful parts of you. And this may not feel as comfortable in the beginning, but you will get there. So I'm just gonna make a little bit more space here so that you can see. And let us begin. So, as I said, close your eyes down if that feels good to you. And let's begin to just arrive in our space. For me, there's a lot of tension in my shoulders and neck. So, as we breathe in through our nose and exhale, maybe take some neck rolls. And roll it in the opposite direction. Just roll your shoulders forward and back. And any areas that are feeling a little squirmy, just send some breath, some intention to those spaces. And as you settle into your space, what does it feel like for your back to be pressed up against your chair, if you're seated in a chair, for your butt to rest comfortably, your legs, your feet to relax. And if your feet are planted firmly on the floor like mine, just imagine some roots growing directly from your feet and down into the ground to anchor yourself into this moment. Continue your breath in through the nose and exhale in through the nose and exhale. And let us begin our circular breath as we scoop forward in and roll it back in through the mouth. Keep breathing in this circular motion. If it feels good to move your body forward and backwards like myself, as you breathe, allow yourself to feel where that breath is going. As you inhale, breathe up through your belly and chest, and exhale, roll it back, push it down into your roots. And for some of you, it may feel a little warm. It may feel a little tingly in your womb space, in your vaginal space, in your sacral space, in that space that holds all of the creativity and power, intuition, knowing, understanding, feeling, and just continue to breathe into that space If your body wants to move like mine, you move your arms and your hips and your shoulders. Just continue to breathe in that circular motion. Expanding the belly, expanding the chest, and exhaling, release. Allowing your body to take up as much space as possible as you breathe, as you reflect on the big dreams that you're breathing life into in this moment, the big dreams that you are birthing. If that means just taking one small step today, writing out a plan, reaching out to someone, sending an email, posting on social, if it means just writing in your journal, saying it out loud to one person that you trust, whatever that means for you, just keep breathing into this space and allowing your body to move in a motion that feels the most fluid, the most sensual, the most pleasurable, the most full of joy, right? And it may be the most uncomfortable, but you're challenging yourself. And if you are breathing like you're breathing through a straw, know that that is okay as well. Continue breathing, moving your body, sending breath to new parts, new areas, allowing the joy, allowing the presence, the movement to just shake things up a little. Breath, meditation, mindfulness does not have to be stiff, stale, or white, okay? Let's send out a moan, a laugh on our next inhale. So let's inhale together. Doing beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You may be feeling some lightheadedness, some renewal, some release. Just allow that to happen in this moment. Let's bring our collective breath down. Breathing in through our nose and exhale. Go in through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Another deep inhale through our nose. Continue breathing through the nose. welcome yourself back into this space. I thank you for challenging yourself with this breath, trying something different, connecting with your pleasure center, and I just appreciate you. I appreciate you all who listen and subscribe, share, all of that kind of stuff. Comment, send me emails and texts. I am just so grateful. I continue to do this because I feel led to. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of this practice in community. It is all cool to record a video, but I really, really enjoy being in community, being in connection virtually and especially in person. So I'll put everything in the comment in the description box around how you can connect with me privately, how you can connect with me in group workshops and sessions, experiences, and also how you can engage in my survey so that I know how to better support you all who are mainly virtual and not able to be here with me in New Orleans. So I thank you all. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment because it really helps motivate me to keep dreaming bigger. And I hope that this practice has helped you dig a little bit deeper to hear a little bit more of what's inside of you and to be able to bring that forward to birth those bigger dreams. Sending you all love and good health and abundance in this new full moon in Sagittarius. And until next time, I will see you.